Welcome to Kirti's Kitchen Katta. How are you doing today? So today we all felt like eating something Italian and we decided to make chicken marsala. This is obviously it's my version again. Whatever ingredients we could find in our pantry, we just use them. So it may not be the authentic version, but this is how I'm going to make it today. For that, I'm going to use my Instant Pot. So let's get started. So here I have taken boneless, skinless chicken breasts and I have just cut them in half. So there are around 10 or 11 pieces of it. And to that, I'm going to add a few ingredients. I have just pat dried these chicken breasts. We don't want them like really soft or soggy. I'm adding 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. We are going to dust this chicken. To that, I'm just going to eyeball a few spices. Here is parsley. I have the dried parsley. I don't have the fresh parsley. So if you have fresh parsley, just add fresh parsley. After that, I'm just adding oregano, some basil, thyme, some thyme. Thyme is very strong, so don't add a lot. To that, I am going to add pepper, and some salt. I'm just going to coat all these chicken pieces really well. Put Instant Pot on saute mode more, and after that I'm going to add oil to it. So I'm using olive oil. So I'm taking 1 teaspoon of olive oil and 1 teaspoon of unsalted butter, and we are going to just cook chicken a little bit here. We are not going to cook it 100%, but just a little bit. So I'm just going to add the coated chicken pieces one by one. I'm just going to wait for the oil and butter to incorporate a little bit, and I'm adding the chicken pieces. You should not overcrowd the chicken pieces. So I'm just going to wait for a minute or so because we want that Instant Pot to be a little hot, so the chicken pieces will be sizzled properly. So as you can see, I have not overcrowded the chicken pieces, and I'm just going to let it cook for a minute or so. And I think I said a teaspoon of oil and teaspoon of butter. I'm sorry if I said that. It is tablespoon. See, do you see the chicken has changed the color a little bit? So we want it to change the color, but we are now going to cook it. The cooking will happen once we put the Instant Pot on manual or pressure cook mode. This we are just going to sizzle it. Just coat it in oil and butter just for a minute or so. So I'm going to make this chicken in batches. As I said, never overcook the pan. So let's wait. So this is our one batch, and I'm just going to put the other batch now. Not overcrowding. the pot. It's good for family of 4. So we have a family of 4, and if it is and we also like to just eat leftovers for the week. So I'm making like a big batch of it, but you can just make or adjust the quantities according to your family. Since the instant pot is like hot now, this process is a little bit quicker. If you see, the sear is perfect. And now let's take out this batch too. So the instant pot is on saute mode again. 1 more tablespoon of butter. The oil, and 1 more tablespoon of butter. I'm just adding a medium onion. It's finely chopped. I'm adding 7 to 8 cloves of garlic, minced garlic, and just saute a bit. Just deglaze the pan, the chicken pieces, if anything is there, just deglaze it. So once we put it on the manual mode, those food particles will not burn. So just deglaze it. We are not going to like overcook anything, or we are not going to burn anything. Just saute it in the oil and butter. After that, add mushrooms to it. We didn't get the portable the white mushrooms, so I'm just adding portobello mushrooms. And to that, I'm going to add 3/4 cups of cooking wine. Try to find Marsala wine, but again it was not available, so I'm just adding the cooking wine and 1/2 cup of chicken broth. You can add vegetable broth or water if you don't have chicken broth. We have already added the salt to the chicken, so at this point, if you feel, you can add a little bit more salt. My broth is low sodium, but I think I have added enough salt, so I'm not adding salt at this time. I'm just going to add the chicken to this broth and wine mixture. Since I have like lot of pieces, so I'm just going to add little more broth to it. Also, I'm going to add half the quantity of the cream which I'm going to use. So I'm adding half now, and I'll add half later. I just added 1/2 cup of chicken broth more to this, and I'm just going to give a quick stir here. And here goes the saute mode off. The whistle is on sealing mode, and we are going to put it on manual mode 5 minutes more, so high pressure, and we are going to wait. After this 5 minutes are over, we are going to wait 10 more minutes. So and after 10 more minutes, we are going to do a quick release. So let's come back after 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes of natural release, I'm just opening the pot very carefully, and I can see the chicken has cooked perfectly. What I'm going to do is, if you can see that the sauce is very thin right now, so we are just going to take the chicken outside in a plate, and I will show you the next step. After taking out the chicken, I'm going to put it on saute mode again more, and we are going to add the slurry to it. Slurry is nothing but cornstarch. So this is half a teaspoon of cornstarch. To that I am taking around 2 tablespoons of water. So half tablespoon of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water to it. It's going to help us to reduce this sauce, the marsala sauce. There should not be any lumps to it. And I'm just going to add it while stirring the sauce, and we are going to reduce it. At this time, I'm also going to add half a cup of heavy whipping cream. We love the creamy gravy, so I'm just going to stir it till it becomes really nice, creamy and thick. Once it starts to thickening, I'm going to add the chicken back to it. We don't want to overcook the chicken. That's the reason when this sauce is cooking again on saute mode, we have taken out our chicken. So I added 1 more tablespoon of cornstarch to 3 tablespoons of water to this sauce, and now you can see that the sauce is thickened beautifully. It's really nice and thick sauce. I have turned off the saute mode, and I'm going to just put chicken pieces back to this sauce. We don't need to overcook the chicken, so the sauce is enough hot for chicken to absorb the sauce again.